when I first attended field school in 2009, I was already enrolled as a PhD student in School of Architecture in the UK. And even though the field of research is supposed to be about architecture, supposed to be about urban conservation, but I'm very curious about the value that haven't been explored within the urban conservation, which is the social value or the people value. And the knowledge from the first field school that I got from Lamphun is about how could we identify the elements within these intangible realms of the heritage. And I think the thesis was well accepted in terms of exploration, experiments, trying to find a new knowledge within the whole cultural heritage.
I have a chance to use the anthropological research method for integrating with the archaeological research method. And we found that the people that live in the ancient city have a lot of intangible cultural heritage, and it can use together to more understand about their culture.
The first important part, what I have learned from field school training, is the community participation, which I have learned a lot from the lessons. Firstly, I learned how to respect the local people and discuss with them when some important decision need to be made. And I realized the local people is the key role in the community development, and we just try to help them. And the second one is the documentary film, because documentary film can help us to record many intangible cultural heritages. For example, the festivals, the ceremonies, and religious activities. In future, when some intangible cultural heritage disappear, we can see from the documentary film, and it will become very important documents.
Last year, I attended this field school, and now I'm here again. So I think I gain a lot. First of all, the field school brings me for my research. It enriches my research a lot, and I can say that it opens another window for me, because before that I always considering about all elements about this all elements of the festival or the of the ICH, but after that I will explore something more about that. That is huge for me. And then I learned from some teaching skills from the resource person or the techniques of this field school teaching courses. That is what I learned. And one thing also very important for me is I work in the museum. So when I have some visitors come to our museum, we will introduce them some collections. But before that, I just to introduce the production or this very simple things. But after when I come back from this field school, we will talk more about this the elements of the ICH.
The first thing is so important is how to apply the field school is how to educate the people in the community. As I am the representative from the community, I think how to educate is so important, because normally when we talk about field school and museum, we may think about how to safeguard, how to keep storytelling, how to use some kind of technology to take care of it. But I think in real, we need to go through the deep detail from the community. They need to understand the fundamental of the important and fundamental of their heritage. That is the key point. And then for the safeguard, we can contact with them and make the benefit together, win-win situation among community and the maybe resource person or someone who can instruct for safeguard. For me, the storytelling and the ritual that they need to keep, they must know the fundamental for the importance of it.
Actually, I think I have tremendously learned so much from the field school because I did a thesis on the safeguarding for the Slakyom festival in Lamphun. So I applied everything from research methodologies to the knowledge related to the ICH to my thesis. To summarize, I think there are three key principles of ICH. Number one, it must focus on values. Number two, it must be based on the community. And the third one, it must ensure the viability through the transmission of the ICH. So these became the core principles of my thesis and as well as the research methodologies.